activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Hello, everyone. Well, DA, it's...
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed in letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, DA. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Culver the off guard with Wiggins at the 3. Covington at the 4 with Towns. We don't see this very often, Clark, but tonight, two teams that really thrive in the half court.
Yeah, and you know, they can get up and down, and we'll see them do that some, but they much prefer, Kevin, simply to grind it out.
Now, here's Teague. Here's Towns. Great D that time from Jordan.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Irving against Teague. And Kyrie Irving gets the 3.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Now here's Towns over Jordan, and Towns gets it to go.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
KD against Teague. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Now here's Towns. Covington trying to break free, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And Towns drops them both.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Now here's Wiggins. Culver with it. Over Harris. Culver's shot is off. Chandler dishes to Irving. Harris outside. Outside Durant for 3. Rebound Minnesota. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Teague drives in, and Chandler sends it back. Passes it to Irving. Harris looking it over. Over Teague. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Chandler, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Teague. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 5. Here's Wiggins. A miss that time would have put him up.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Inside, here's Covington. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
Outside Irving. Pass to Harris. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Teague, the pass to Covington. Lets a floater go. And he lays it up and in.
And I like the soft release Covington has on his floaters. I mean, they look great coming off of his fingertips.
The pass to Irving. Tipped away. Now the feed to Chandler. Durant with a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Durant's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
KD against Wiggins. A shot by Culver, nobody around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Durant. 5 points in the game. And KD throws it down.
I mean, there are a lot of players who are smaller than Durant who can't put a defender on skates like he does.
Wiggins against Durant, and it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
You know, most think of him as a deep shooter, and that's accurate, but Harris is also not shy about doing damage closer to the rim.
Now here's Towns over Jordan. The rebound by the Nets. Chandler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harris finds Jordan. That shot off the mark, and Minnesota will come the other way. Culver passes to Teague. Now here's Wiggins. Towns trying to get open, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Stolen by Durant. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Wiggins. Got it from 16 feet.
Hey, it's a simple game. Just take what the defense allows. Wiggins reads it, smooth with the mid-range stroke. Knock it down.
And we see the league-wide move discouraging mid-range shots. The Nets definitely among that group.
Yeah, and it's borne out here in that last season they took the 3rd fewest mid-range shots and allowed the 2nd most. So the analytics message taking real strong hold in Brooklyn.
Here's Irving. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Irving. Lobs it up for Jordan. The alley-oop layup, very well done. And the Nets lead by 3.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Outside Jordan, back to Irving. Passes it to Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Now, here's Culver. On the wing, Wiggins. Outside Teague. 5 on the clock. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Down low, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now here's Teague. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Nets making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Okogie's checked in for Culver. So it's Minnesota now. It's a 5-point game. Count it, good.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And finished off by KD.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. It's good. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Irving against T. Towns. He can't get that one to fall. The Nets go the other way with it.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
Here's Irving. Ejected by T.
Love seeing the point guard, Jeff Teague, get involved defensively there, using his speed to rise up for a block shot. Nice.
Now here's Teague. Here's Towns. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Towns has got 8 points.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
To the paint. A nice shot by Jordan.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Teague. No points in the game yet for him. Wiggins drawn the double team. Kicks it to Teague. From deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Teague, any room to get that shot off, and he's going to take it and make it. He's a capable three-point shooter.
Teague against Irving. And here's KD for 3. But they recover it. Second chance shot. And Dinwiddie lays it in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Teague. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's blocked, and he's able to get it back. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Wiggins dishes to Teague. Buries it down low. He's got 5.
Excellent penetration from the point guard there. Teague, great quickness getting to the rack.
Dinwiddie finds KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
So for the Nets, Allen's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Joe Harris. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Minnesota also making some changes. Jordan Bell's checked in for Robert Covington. And Jake Layman subbed in for Andrew Wiggins.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Now here's Allen from down low. And Layman pulls it down.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he's still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's his first foul. "19 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Teague. 5 points in the game. 6 on the shot clock. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action after this word. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Well, the job of penetrating that they've done so far has really been excellent. I mean, they've done a nice job driving to the hoop effectively.
Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Caruch is out there with Prince, and it's Allen in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Super recognition that time to come up with the block shot, as LeVert was quick to recognize where he was and get off the ground.
Now here's LeVert. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Pass to Allen. Lets it go from 14. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, "I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again." Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his first foul. It's Prince on the wing, defended by Bell.
And capable of defending multiple positions, Bell has the speed and length to annoy anyone.
Okogie, the pass to Layman. And here is Teague. There's the pass to Okogie. Shoots over LeVert. And again, it's Minnesota.
And season 4 for Coach Kenny Atkinson with the Nets. You got to be impressed with the job he's done in Brooklyn.
Yeah, you know, Kenny is a hard worker. He's a bit of a grinder if you were trying to term what category he might fit into. And you see that in his team. And, you know, he admits it. He's getting better just like his players are. And that's a great, great statement because we're all hopefully getting better as we move forward.
Now here's Teague. 7 points in the game. Pass to LeVert. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Teague against LeVert. Teague kicks to Layman. Fires from deep. The rebound by Prince. Brooklyn leading by 9. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. A nice shot by LeVert.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
Prince misses.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Now here's LeVert. He has 5. Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Culver comes in for Jeff T. So it's Brooklyn now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Here's Karuch. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 2 on the clock. It's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Timberwolves trail by 10. Now Culver. It's tipped.
Well, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
LeVert finds Dinwiddie. Allen up top, and there's the pass to LeVert. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Karuch, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Karuch has got the lead up to 12 now for Brooklyn.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Here's Okogie. And it's blocked.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Dinwiddie. The teardrop falls in. Dinwiddie's got 9.
Dinwiddie can hit defenders with floaters and a lot more. He's got a full arsenal and showing you that offensive creativity there.
Here's Okogie. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, you got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
And he knocks down the first one. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college, but I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets. He doesn't get the second one. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. LeVert the pass to Dinwiddie. High arcing shot. Allen kicks to Dinwiddie. He can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop and the dunk by Vonleh.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Now here's LeVert. 5 points in the game and stolen by Vonleh. To the inside, here's Jang. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's LeVert.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Culver with it. Pass to Okogie. Kept alive, Minnesota. And it's sent back by Allen. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Culver. Passes to Okogie. "16 feet away. And finished off by Jang.
And, you know, we all know about Jang's high motor. Defensively, you can't just let him float around the glass. You've got to get a body on him.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He's got 14. Pass to LeVert. Here's the floater. Rebound by Jang. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Lehman. He kicks it to Vonleh. And it's sent back by Allen. Lehman pass to Culver. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Okogie. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Not much you can do there. Chandler is fantastic at maintaining focus when he's inside.
Here's Culver. Wilson Chandler making his last shot. Chandler with the defensive effort. Now the pass to Prince. Looking for Allen and gets it there. Timberwolves trail by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Down low, Jang. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, as much as Gorgui Jang does on the court, he'll be remembered, Clark, by many for his off-the-court contributions.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly there. Jang has revamped hospitals in his home country of Senegal, as well as sent thousands upon thousands of meals back to his homeland. I mean, you can't say enough about what this man has done for others. And that really is a measure of influence, maturity, and leadership. Great, great impact being made by Jang off the court.
That free throw, good from Jang. And Clark, your love for the Buckeye State has never been questioned. What was the best part of growing up as a kid in Ohio?
Well, I think a number of things. One, having family around, extended family as well as immediate family, but also the sports love that exists throughout the state and being able to experience that and enjoy that with my dad and siblings. That's special. And having a career in basketball that I've had makes it even more special.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Kicks to Culver. He dishes it to Covington. Pass to Jang. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Irving finds Jordan. To the paint. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 14.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Wiggins against Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Over Wiggins. And that one goes long. Timberwolves trail by 12. There's the lob to Town. And stolen by Jordan. Outside Irving. 1:22 left here in the second. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A versatile forward with a really nice, well-rounded all-around game. I mean, Chandler plays with great energy on both ends of the floor.
Brooklyn shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Covington with the steal. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Culver.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
Now here's Irving. Harris outside. Inside, here's Jordan. Feeds it to Chandler. The kick out to Irving. Here's the 3. That shot off. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down 1 in the first.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Irving comes to help. And here's Covington from the arc. The rebound by KD. Durant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Jordan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 11. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, it's never easy to play on the road, and the score reflects that. Just doesn't seem like they're well prepared for this matchup. Every time they tried to make a run, they got derailed. I think to refocus their efforts in the second half, they're going to need to play with a lot more determination for a chance to win this.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Brooklyn leading by 11. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for Minnesota, Wiggins and Covington are the forward pair. The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. And it's Towns in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Teague after the basket by Brooklyn. Left side, Towns. Towns is doubled. Here's Culver. Offline with his three.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Harris passes to Irving. Back to Harris. Makes it off the glass. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Irving comes to help. Stolen by Durant. Jacks up a three. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 17.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Pass to Towns. Now here's Culver. He's guarded by Chandler. A nice shot by Culver.
And looking good there from distance. Culver fundamentally sound with his jumper.
Irving double team. To the middle. Here's KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. KD's got 13.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
He feeds it to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, it's fun watching Irving share the ball. I mean, when he concentrates on running the offense, this team is really dangerous.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Now here's Culver. Guarded closely. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn on defense. Here's Towns.
An unsung part of Durant's game. It has the instincts and length to guard a number of positions.
And, you know, the Timberwolves made Karl Anthony Towns their franchise cornerstone going forward. Cat signed a 5-year deal worth $190 million, and really it's not even a question. He's the present and future of this team.
And Towns no good on that one. And with Towns in his extension, Clark, it would have been hard to imagine the Timberwolves doing anything different.
You know, I think it's really rare to find a player so complete at this young age as Towns is. I mean, the production he gives you with his scoring and rebounding is really irreplaceable.
Here's Irving following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Down by 12. Teague kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Towns. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Timberwolves trail by 14. Teague finds Towns. Now Wiggins. He's got 8. Unloads from 13. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 and just missed his 4th.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Unloads from 13. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Harris with it. Picked up by Teague. Lobbed up there for Allen. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that's the stuff of nightmares for the defense. They'll see that one in their sleep. A long athlete like Allen flying in the air, that's a bad picture.
Towns lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Towns has got 20 points.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
He's feeling it. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside, Covington. Shoots from the right block. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Covington's got 6 points.
Man, I like the guts from Covington there. I mean, definitely getting bodied a little on his shot, but still keeps his focus and gets it to go down.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Towns, the pass to Teague. Here's the teardrop. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets leading by 12. Allen outside. In the corner, it's Harris. To the inside. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Here's T. He's got 7. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's sent back by Irving. And stolen by Wiggins. To the left side wing. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Culver.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Harris against T. Harris, right side. 5 to shoot. Durant begins with the block.
Great read that time by Wiggins, anticipating the shot. Sends it out with return to sender posted.
So for the Nets, Prince is checked in for Jordan. Karis LeVert comes in for Joe Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Noah Vonleh comes in for Robert Covington. Layman, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Okogie subbed in for Culver.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead. And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick.
Layman kicks to T. Here's Okogie. The pass to Vonleh. He lobs it up and finished off by Jang.
That's lit right there. Jang times his jump perfectly, then puts on a show.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Bell is checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Okogie. There's the double team with Allen. To the paint, there's Vonleh. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Vonleh's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's LeVert. He has 5. Down low, but they get it back. 4 on the clock. Softly drops in the floater. 7 points in the game.
Boy, because he's got such great confidence in his ball handling skills, he's fearless attacking the rim.
And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Now here's Teague. 7 points in the game. Pass to Bell. Now Vonleh, guarded by Prince. Just 5 to shoot. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 10 in the bucket there from Vonleh. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Dinwiddie, and he drops it in from the low post.
Skilled at creating off the drive. Dinwiddie's confidence and focus when he's penetrating, superb.
Dinwiddie against T. And stolen by Prince. They're running. Durant for 3. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Brooklyn.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Now here's Jang. He's got 10 over Allen. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
And then Allen slams it in.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Teague, the pass to Okogie. Shot to stop the run. Connects from 3-point range. Okogie's got 6.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Allen left side. And Allen slams it in.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now, here is Bell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Prince in the corner. From past the arc. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Hey, the unselfishness there by Dinwiddie, you love it. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Looking to get back on track here, and that one drops. 9 points in the game so far.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Odions Kurucs, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And a change for the Timberwolves. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Gorgui Dieng. Here's Okogie. LeVert defending. And another shot, and it's blocked. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good. And that's 18 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Wiggins with it. He's got 8. It's Bell, top of the key. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Brooklyn with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Trent's out there with Kurucs, and it's Allen in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Teague. It's deflected.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Okogie. Jared Allen making his last shot. Okogie, the pass to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Passes it to LeVert. There's the killer two-handed slam.
What a tough make that was by LeVert. Refused to be denied, and great concentration.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. In transition, here come the Nets. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Okogie. Dinwiddie covering. Teague dishes to Wiggins. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Dinwiddie outside. Wiggins with the block. Here's Okogie. LeVert defending. Pass to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
What a play from Wiggins. Fantastic in out-quicking.
Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Chandler comes in for Taurean Prince. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And then for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for T. Robert Covington comes in for Bell. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. Yes, that goes in. And with Wiggins, he's clearly a talented player, Clark, but people just want more from him.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and a lot of it is a matter of consistency. And when the expectations are high, being a former overall #1 pick, that pressure can affect you. But I think if Wiggins can just lock into being consistent, all of that will subside.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And that one's good. Towns.
And, you know, defensively, you have to try something different. I mean, Towns has been lighting you up all night.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stops. Pops. Here's Towns. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Okogie's checked in for Vonleh.
One shot.
And Towns no good on that one.
And one thing the Wolves have done well over the past few seasons, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, they squeeze it well. Low turnovers can be a double-edged sword, though. If you don't make many mistakes, maybe you're not being aggressive enough.
And it's blocked.
And great positioning there from Culver. That's what allowed him to get the block.
And the dunk by Towns.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Now here is Harris. 6 to shoot. The 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Okogie, and it's blocked. Now here is Harris. Not a lot of room. Dishes it to Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And the Nets lead by 17.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's Culver. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Karuch. Harris outside. Fires from 14, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's Okogie, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Durant's checked in. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. It could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. After the basket by Brooklyn. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. Like you were talking about the Nets player development. Guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them.
And he's good on the second. Nets leading by 18. And here is Harris. Inside, Covington with the steal. Towns with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And it's Towns missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Now, here's Culver. And he gets it to go.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over him.
And the pass to Irving. Irving double team. Now the dish to Jordan. Harris outside. And the rejection by Towns. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
An excellent score off the dribble. Wiggins starting to excel in the catch and shoot game, too.
Pass to Harris. Irving against Wiggins. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
It's really been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? As far as taking care of the basketball, immaculate at halftime, but he's had too many miscues here in the second half.
Minnesota making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Now here's Teague. It's tipped. Durant with the steal. Here's Harris. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
A floater. And it's Towns missing. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Here's Harris. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Wiggins kicks to Culver. To the wing on the left. Teague with a clean look. From outside, off the mark.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Irving. And the Nets lead by 19.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. KD kicks to Irving. Irving double team. He dishes it to Jordan. KD passes to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Teague against Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously,
he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Timberwolves trail by 21. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability
You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
Now here's Teague. Sweet little floater.
And every small guy should have this shot. Teague loves the floater. A nearly unguardable shot when he gets it up that quick.
Lobbed up there for KD. Covington with the steal. Now here's Culver, the fast break champ.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, three-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Culver.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Nets leading by 17. On the wing, Harris. Irving double team. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And finished off by KD.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You just got to marvel at his greatness.
Now, here's Culver. Outside, Towns. Teague up top, defended by Durant. Towns trying to get open. Teague can't hit. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Irving kicks to Harris. Jordan the pass to Durant. From the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Covington's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Brooklyn.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kevin Durant.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Now Wiggins, after the missed 3 from KD, passes to Culver. Lets it go from 11, and that one good.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Now here's Irving. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Chandler sends it back. Now Irving. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The feed now to Durant. 5 on the clock. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And you can tell Durant loves to play the game. Whether it's the NBA or a pickup at Rucker Park, this guy is balling 24/7.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, you look confident tonight offensively. What got you going?
My teammates have confidence and they're comfortable with me making the right basketball play on the block. Starting to get doubled a little bit, so just have to work on passing out of the post and just taking what the defense gives me.
It was a very impressive show, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.